Hey everyone, so this is your legs, bums and tums video. So first up, make sure you are dressed, ready to exercise. Second up, make sure you have a bottle of water handy. Obviously we're going to need it throughout the workout. What will you need? So I've got a pack of 5 resistance bands. They look like this, so that will be beneficial if you've got some of those. If you want to use one of the thicker glute loops, then you can. Anything you want to use for weights is fine, so I've got a couple of little weights. You can use bottles of water, anything I suggested in that video, and I also have some little round plates, okay? So that is all you're going to need for this video. First up, we're going to start with a warm-up, so just body weight, okay? So standing, feet hip distance apart or just slightly out. Toes pointing out, we're just going to do some squats, okay? So you're just going to come down and then back up, okay? So on the side view, keep it going. We're just going to come down and back up. Okay, so we're just going to get nice and warm before we get into the workout. Okay, next we're going to do some lunges, okay? So we're going to step back and then bring it forward. Okay, so step it back and forward. So keep that going from the side. Just going to lunge back and back forward. Okay, and there you go. So next one, we're going to do a lunge with a twist. So again, stepping back, we're going to twist over that front leg, bring it back in forwards. Over the front leg and back in forwards. Keep that going. Okay, so from the side, we're just going to step it back over that leg and bring it in. Okay, there you go on that one. So back to them squats. So just outside hip distance, feet slightly out, and come down to parallel. Okay, from the side, coming down to parallel. And there you go. Last one on this warm up. We're going to step out to the side, lunge it back and back in. Okay, switch sides, back in from sideways. So you want to sit back on that hip. Okay, take it backwards. Okay, and there you go. So that is your warm-up done. Grab some water if you need it. So we're going to be starting with some glute bridges. So if you want to use a resistance band or like I said the glute loop, you can. So I'll be using this one for this one. Okay, so we're going to put the band around our legs just above your knees and we're going to lie on the floor. So we're going to do some normal glute bridges and then we're going to do a 10-second hold at the top. Okay, so just above hip distance, knees even. So we're going to lie down on the floor. Feet flat on the floor, open the legs so you've got a little bit of resistance on that band. Hands on the floor, we're going to bring the hips all the way up to the top. Let's go. Okay, so squeeze the glutes at the top and back down. Okay, so we're just doing this in your own time. Coming up, bringing them hips up as high as you can, squeezing them glutes at the top. Okay, you want to make a nice straight line from your knees all the way down to your chest and back down. Okay, up and squeeze and then back. Okay, so bring yourself to the floor. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds at the top. Let's go. So squeeze them glutes. And back down. Okay, so straight back into them reps. Bringing them hips up, squeezing them glutes at the top. Like I said, you want to make that nice straight line, squeezing them glutes. Again, in your own time, just come up, squeeze, and back down. Okay guys, back on the bottom, we're going to do a 10-second hold at the top again. Let's go. So hold and squeeze, keep them hips nice and high. and back down. Okay, last set. So we're going to come up, squeeze, and back down. Again, at your own pace. Make sure you bring them hips up as high as you can, squeezing them glutes at the top. Okay, with this resistance band, you want to be pushing outwards, so make sure the resistance is enough for you. If you've got a different band and want to swap to a harder one or an easy one, obviously you can do. Okay, everyone back down, and we're going to do a 10-second hold at the top again. Okay, let's go. Hips up as high as you can. This is the last one. Squeeze them glutes. You should feel them glutes turning on now, if they weren't already. Okay, and back down. There you go. Okay, so we're going to stay on the floor for the next exercise. You're going to have your feet flat on the floor. Again, resistance band in the same position. We're going to take the legs out wide. So, feet on the floor. You're just going to bring the legs out and back in. Okay, so the harder the resistance band on this one, you know, the harder it's going to be, and obviously challenge yourself a little bit more. So, like I said, if you have got one of these glute loops, that'd be really good to use, or a really heavy resistance band. So, lying back, feet on the floor, take that resistance, take that tension, and then we're just going to drive the knees outwards. Okay, let's go. So feet stay flat on the floor. Again, at your own time, in your own pace. Keep that tension on the whole time. Okay, so your feet want to be about hip distance apart. We're just going to take it out and back in. Okay, so this is working the side glutes. Okay, so that's where you want to be feeling it. So we're going to take it out and back in. Nice and controlled. And there you go. Okay, we're just going to have a little bit of a rest on that one. Yeah, so if you've ever been in the gym on that machine where you sit down and you drive your legs out, it's exactly the same. Obviously, we haven't got the heavy weight. You can do it without the resistance band, but obviously the resistance band is going to add that tension onto the glutes. So, like I said, the other resistance band would be a lot better because you put in a lot more tension through. If you want, you can double up these resistance bands, put 2 or 3 on, and then, you know, you've got the desired resistance that you want, because this one, it is extra heavy, but I find that quite easy, so I would need to go for either the glute loop or maybe put 2 resistance bands on. So don't be afraid of putting a couple of resistance bands on. We're all at home, no one can see us anyway. Okay, so we're going to do a second set on that. So, feet on the floor, hip distance, and we're just going to drive them knees outwards. Okay, so we're just going as far out as we can with those knees. When you're bringing it in, you're keeping that tension on the whole time. Like I said, working these side glutes. If you want, if the resistance band isn't enough for you, and obviously you haven't got anything else, what you can do is just hold it there. And you're just going to feel that resistance build up on them glutes. And then if you start doing a few reps after that, you're going to feel it that little bit more. Okay, so hold it there if you need to, if that band isn't enough for you, okay? So you want to get that glute activation going. Again, nice and controlled reps. And there you go, guys. Okay, so you should be able to feel that in your glutes. So really good glute activation exercises, those 2. And we're going to start into the main workout now. So we've done a warm-up, we've done a little bit of glute activation, and we're going to get on with this exercise. So first one, we are going to do some squats. So grab a drink if you need to, and at any point, make sure you do that, it's very important. So if you do have some weights, or something to hold as weights, then obviously that'd be a really good time to go and grab them now. So what we're going to do is hold the weight plate in a goblet position. We're going to do 10 squats, and then we're going to do a 10-second hold at the bottom. Okay, so let's go. So coming down to that parallel position. Again, just take your time. So from the side. Okay, so that should be your 10 done. What we're going to do is hold at the bottom for 10 seconds. Let's go. Okay, so keep that head and that chest up. If you feel you need to drop the weight, you can drop the weight, and we're just going to hold it there. Okay, and there you go. We're going to superset this, so that means 2 exercises back to back. I'm going to grab these little weights because it just makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to do a split lunge. So feet as though you're on tram lines, not on a tightrope. So you're going to take that leg back. Just from here, we're just going to come down into that lunge position. Weight plates in either hand, bottles of water, tins of soup, whatever you want, okay? So just going to come straight down. So we're staying on that leg. We're not moving. We're just staying exactly there. Okay, and switch sides. So step it in and then step it back. So I shall show you from the side. So stay on that toe at the back and let's go. So you just come in straight down, okay? Like you're in an elevator. Straight down. That knee doesn't need to tap the floor. If you can, that's fine. Obviously we're on carpet. It's a little bit softer than on the gym floor. Keep that toe on the back, okay? So then that'll enable you to get up and down that little bit more. Okay, and there you go. So they're the 2 exercises. We're going to do them twice round. So, goblet squat is next. So 10 with a 10-second hold at the bottom. So grab your weight plates or whatever you want to hold, just underneath your chin. Keep that head and chest up. Squat position is entirely up to you, how wide or how narrow you want to go. Feet facing forward, and let's go. Keep that head and chest up in that bottom position. Okay, if you want to make it a little bit harder for yourself, when we go down into that squat and you come up, don't lock them hips out. Okay, a lot of people tend to push forward. Keep going with your squats. A lot of people tend to push forward. Okay, if you keep it to here and back down, you're going to feel that tension build on your glutes that little bit more. Okay, obviously we're not using heavy weights. You want to maximise this workout. Okay, so you should have done them 10 by now. And let's hold that squat at the bottom for 10 seconds. Head and chest up. Again, with or without these weight plates. You want to be parallel to the floor if you can. Keep breathing. And there you go. Okay, so onto those lunges. So, I'm going to grab these ones. So again, feet hip distance apart. We're just going to send one of them back on that toe, and then we're just going to drop it down. Okay, keeping yourself nice and upright, coming down, and then back up. And then switch legs. So step it into the front, take the other leg back, set yourself in position, and let's go. Again, keeping yourself nice and upright. If you need to take those legs a little bit wider, you can do. You just don't want to be in a straight line or else you're not going to be able to get down. There you go, guys. That's those 2 exercises done. Okay, grab a drink. Don't know about you, but this is tough work. So you can mix the exercises up. You can add different weights in. You can pause. There's loads of different variations you can do. So just make it applicable to you, really. My coffee's just because I'm talking too much, by the way. So, next 2 exercises we are going to do with weights. So the first one of my favourite exercises, we're going to do a Romanian deadlift. So feet just slightly apart. You want your knees nice and soft, okay? You're just going to come down and you're going to send your bum back towards the back of the room. So from the side view. Okay, so head up. We're going to hip hinge. So we're going to take that bum back. Knees are nice and neutral. Weights, if you've got some, we're just going to take them down the front of the legs. So you just need to go just below your knees and then back up. Okay, so your hips are going back and then coming up, okay? So you're stretching out all your hamstrings, that's what you're working, and your glutes. So coming all the way down, head up, and then back up. So whatever weight plates you have or you want to use, you can do. Okay, so that's the first one. The second exercise we're going to be doing is calf raises. So you're going to come up, squeeze your calves at the top, again with weight plates if you want, and then back down. So that Romanian deadlift first. So feet slightly apart, like I said, weight plates are optional, and we're just going to take them plates down the leg. Let's go. So knees nice and soft, keep that head up, keep that chest up. Focus on something in the wall in front. If you look down, you tend to round, so keep that going. So if you come down with your head up, you're going to keep that back nice and straight. If you tend to round the head and look down, you'll see my back starts to round. Obviously we don't want that one. Nice straight back. You shouldn't be feeling it in your lower back at all. It should be your glutes and your hamstrings. So head up, chest up, come down to just below your knees and back up. Okay, well done. So straight into them calf raises. Up onto your toes, hold, squeeze for a second and back down. Okay, nice and easy. So as we go along, we're going to do different variations of these exercises and mix it up over the 4 weeks. So if you want, you can do a longer hold at the top, squeeze them calves, stay up there as long as you can. Okay, and there we go. So I'm going to go straight back into that Romanian deadlift. So I'll do it from the side so you can see it. Sending your bum backwards, knees nice and soft, and then driving up. So you want to keep that back straight the whole time. So wherever you get to, it's just wherever you get to. So you carry on. If I come down, I can get to the floor, but then that is predominantly my back that is doing that work. Okay, so head up, chest up. If I do that, I can only get to there. I can obviously get further if I round that back down. Okay, so nice straight backs. Keep it going. Using them hips and them glutes to get you back up on the way up. Okay, and there you go. So straight back in to them calf raises. Let's go. Hold and squeeze at the top for as long as you want to. Last one. And there you go, guys, well done. Okay, grab a drink. We're going to do 2 more exercises and then we're going to move on to some abs. So, the next 2, if you've got these style plates, then these are behind her. So, we're going to do a sumo squat this time. So we're going to take the legs really wide, point the toes out. So we're going to work the inner thigh and we're going to work the glutes. Okay, so in that goblet squat position with your weight, we're just going to come down again to parallel and back up. Okay, so you're going to feel the pull on the inside thigh and on your glutes. Okay, are we all ready? And let's go. So take it down to parallel and back up. You might need to shift your feet a little bit, work out what position works best for you. And then we're going to keep going. Okay, so nice and controlled again. With that point of if you want to keep that tension on the glutes because you've not got much of a weight, then we're going to come down and then we're not going to lock out at the top, okay? So we're going to keep that slight bend. As soon as you do this, all that tension has gone off the glute. So you want to keep that bending. Okay, keep that going. Keep that head and chest up as you come down. And there we go. Okay, next one. We're going to do some curtsy lunges. So I'll show you without the weight. So we're going to take one leg behind. Okay, and as though you're doing a curtsy, you're going to drop down. So you want to go on a diagonal. You don't want to be coming over to the side. You don't want to go in backwards. So from here, we're going to point that toe. We're going to take it on that diagonal, back up, point that same toe. Okay, if you want to add some kind of weight in, you can have it either side. You can hold it in that goblet position, or whatever you want, shopping bags, dog, cat, grab something. Okay, so we're going to stay on one leg, so we're going to point that foot out and we're going to drive it backwards. Let's go. So knee to the floor, you don't have to tap the floor again, just down and back. Okay, so again, nice and controlled at your own pace, keep it going. Again, we're working this side glute on this one. Okay, you're also working this quad, top of your leg. Okay, and then switch sides. So exactly the same again, point that toe out, and then we're going to take it back. Dropping that knee as close to the floor as you can. Keeping that head and chest up. Keep breathing, guys. It's tough, all this leg work. Okay, we're going to do one more. And there you go. Okay, grab a drink and we're going to do that again. So sumo squats first, into those curtsy lunges. So hope you're enjoying it so far. If you want, you can just replay these videos over and over as many times as you want. If this one wasn't enough, do it twice. Go back and replay it, do it twice. So, take your feet out wide, point them toes out. Okay, inner thigh and your glutes, plates in the goblet position or whatever weight you've got. And let's go. Coming down to parallel and then back up. So again, don't lock out at the top if you want to add that extra tension to your glutes. Obviously you want to maximise these exercises as much as possible. So if you've not got the weight to hold, then obviously you want to build that tension. Okay, we'll just do a couple more and then we're going to go into them curtsy lunges. Last one. And there you go. So if you want some weight with those curtsy lunges, just grab it now. If not, I'm just going to do body weight. Okay, so starting on one leg, point that toe out, we're going to send it back. Let's go. Dropping that knee, nice and low, and back up. Okay, so take your time with these guys. If you're struggling to get down, what you can do is just that normal lunge from before, okay, that's fine. Make this workout work for you in whatever way that is. Okay, last one. There we go, and let's switch sides. So again, point that toe out, I'm going to send it back. Okay, we're going to do one more. And there you go. Okay, so that is legs and glutes done. We're going to move on to a couple of exercises for abs. So if you've got a weight plate, grab a weight plate and we're going to start on the floor. Grab a drink. So like I said, you can use any weight for this. So we're going to do 3 exercises with a weight plate. So first one, we're just going to lie down. I'm going to start with the plate behind your head. Okay, so extend your arms out, feet flat on the floor. So I'm going to show you the exercises and then we'll do them. So it's harder, it's easier with a weight, sorry. It's harder without. So arms straight on the way down, tap the floor and then press up. Okay, so slowly lower yourself down, tap the weight on the floor and then press up towards the ceiling. Second one we're going to do a Russian twist. Crossing the feet over again with your weight plate. We're going to twist, tap the floor, and then twist the other side. Okay, if you find that quite easy, the next progression is to lift those feet up and twist round. What you want to do is to be taking that elbow as far around your back as you can, working those side obliques. Second one, you've got 2 options, third one, sorry, you've got 2 options for this. Weight plate up above if you want, and we're going to do some scissor kicks. So gently kicking off the ground. If that's too tough for you, other option is hands just underneath your bum for stability, and then gentle kicks just off the ground. Okay, so there are 3 ab exercises. I'm going to grab a second weight plate because that first one was a little bit tough. So I'm going to do them this way with you. So first one, feet flat on the floor. We're going to use that weight plate to pull us up. Hands behind, make sure you've got enough room. And let's go. Okay, so press up, nice straight arms. Slowly lower yourself on the way down. Tap that floor and then press up again. Okay, well done. Keep that going, nice and slow and controlled. On that way down, press that weight plate all the way to the top. Okay, last one. When you're up, stay up this time. Okay, and we're going to go into that Russian twist. So, feet on or off the floor. With your weight plate, we're going to twist round. Let's go. So you want to get as far round as you can. Okay, so nice, slow and control. You want to be rotating in the middle. Okay, sending that elbow as far back round you as you can. Okay, so even with this little weight, I can feel that. So don't worry if you've not got a weight plate, just tap the ground. Okay, so last one was those scissor kicks. So I'm going to lose the weight plate, I'll do it from this side. So hands underneath your bum. If you want that option, you can hold up above. Hands underneath, scissor kicks, let's go. So you're working your lower abs on this one. Okay, you want them legs nice and straight. You will be feeling it on the top of your thighs as well. Okay, so you want it nice and controlled, keeping as low to the ground as you want. If you want to come up a little bit higher, that's fine. The lower to the ground, the more you're going to feel it on those lower abs. Okay, so keep that going a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do those 3 ab exercises. Once more round, and then we're going to do a little bit of a cool down. So, I'm going to sit back this way. So first one was crunching up with those plates. So make sure you've got enough room. And behind your feet flat on the floor. And let's go. So press it straight up, slow and controlled on the way down. Tap the ground and then go again. Like I said, it's a lot easier if you've got some weight to hold in your hand. This is only 2.5 kilograms, but it makes a difference because the weight enables you to get up. If you're struggling, what you can do is just do some normal crunches at the bottom. That's fine. Okay, so last one, when you're up, stay up, and we're going to go into that Russian twist. So crossing those legs over. Second option, if you want to lift up, you can, and we're just going to twist round as far as we can. Can you see me there? There we go. So twisting round as far as you can. Sending that elbow as far back behind you. You want to work on your side obliques. Okay, and there we go. Last one, we're going to do those scissor kicks. So, option with a weight plate or hands underneath your bum. Okay, are we all ready? Last one, and let's go. Okay, so gently kicking off the ground. Nice and controlled. Like I said, you're going to feel it in your lower abs. You're going to feel it on the top of your thighs. If you want that option to go up a little bit higher, you can do. Let's carry on this a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. So we're going to stay on the floor. Just bring your knees in towards your chest. Just hug your knees. Give them abs a little bit of a rest. And then we're going to do a quick stretch off. And we are done. Okay, so first one, we're going to come up onto your knees. We're going to put one leg out in front in that lunge position, and we're just going to press forward, feel the stretch on your hip flexors, and then we're just going to add a twist. Okay, so come over that front leg. Okay, come out of the twist, sit it back, lift that toe, pull on the toe if you can reach it, feel the stretch in your calf. Okay, and switch sides. Keep taking nice deep breaths, bring that heart rate down. Again, other foot out in front, press forward, feel that stretch, arm over the front, and add that twist. Again, nice deep breaths. Worked hard today. Okay, come out the twist, sit it back, lift that toe up. If you can, pull on the foot, increase that stretch. And keep breathing. Okay, there you go. So, next one, we're going to lie down. You're going to bring one foot over, and then you're going to hold that leg and pull it in towards you. Okay, so bring that leg in as far as you can, using your hands. If you want to grip a little bit higher up, you can. You're going to feel the stretch on this glute. Okay, this is one of my favourite stretches. Okay, so when it gets a bit easier, pull that leg in a little bit further towards you. And then we're going to switch sides. So other foot over, either through the middle or over the top. Bring that leg in as far as you can. Feel the stretch on the glute of the foot that's over the knee. Okay, so keep breathing through these stretches. It'll help stretch you out a little bit more. And there we go. Okay, so feel free to repeat these stretches as often as you want. Keep rewinding the video if you need to. And then we're just going to go to standing. So hold on to something, guys, if you need to. Bring one leg up, knees together, and then we're going to push through the hips. Okay, feel the stretch on the front of that leg. If you want to increase the stretch a little bit, take that knee a little bit behind you. Feel that stretch increase a little bit more. Okay, switch sides. So again, if you want to hold on to something, bring that other leg up, knees together, push through the hips, and again to increase that stretch, take that knee back just that little bit. Again, nice deep breaths. Okay, next one. So we're going to do your hamstrings. So you're going to take that wide position, knees nice and soft, point your toes out. We're going to lean over to one foot. Okay, keep that knee slightly bent. You're going to feel the stretch in that hamstring. I'm quite flexible, so I can come down quite far. You want to be feeling it in the back of your leg. So slight bend in the knee, reach over to that toe. Okay, bring it over to the middle, switch over to that other foot. Again, slight bend in the knee, feeling it in the hamstring, the top of the back of your leg. Reach over as far as you can get to that foot. Okay, and last one, guys, keeping them legs quite wide. We're going to take them as wide as we can, and then if you can, touch the floor, taking them a little bit wider. Okay, if you struggle with that, what you can do is just have the hands on the top of your thighs. You can touch the floor, great. Take them legs a little bit wider, because obviously you've got the stability of the floor. You're going to feel that stretch on that inner thigh. And then slowly bring your feet in, bend them knees, bring yourself up to standing, and there we go. That is legs, bums and tums. So like I said, rewind this, do it as many times as you want, use different weight plates, different options. If you've got any questions about what we've done or you're struggling, feel free to send me a video of what you're doing and I can critique it and then send it back to you. If you've got any questions, post them below, and hope you enjoyed that, and see you next time.